Representing proportional relationships with equations. Students use the concept of proportionality to represent proportional relationships by equations in real-world contexts as they relate the equations to the corresponding ratio table or graphical representation. Example 1, Jackson's birdhouses. Jackson and his grandfather constructed a model for a birdhouse. Many of their neighbors offered to buy the birdhouses. Jackson decided that the birdhouses could help him earn some money for his summer camp, but he's not sure how long it will take him to fill all of the requests for birdhouses. If Jackson can build 7 birdhouses in 5 hours, write an equation that will allow Jackson to calculate the time it will take him to build any number of birdhouses. So we're talking about building birdhouses, so that's our most important thing. So we're going to need birdhouses over hours. So this is our y, and this is our x. And that's going to equal to 7 over 5, because that's birdhouses and the hours. So write an equation that you could use to find out how long it will take him to build any number of birdhouses. So we're really looking for the birdhouses. So the first thing I want to do is I set up y over x, so birdhouses over hours equals 7 over 5. I'm going to cross multiply. So when I do that, I wind up with 7 hours, which is my x, and 5 birdhouses, y. So now I'm going to divide each side by 5. If I do that, 7 divided by 5 divided by 5 is 1.4. So I'm going to have y equals 1.4x because these cancel out. So 1.4 hours equals my y. How many birdhouses can Jackson build in 40 hours? So I'm going to use the equation that we got before, y equals 1.4x. Now 40 hours is our x. So I'm going to plug that right into there. So y equals 1.4 times 40 is y equals 56. So in 40 hours he can build 56 birdhouses. How long will it take him to build 35 birdhouses? So again, I use my equation, y equals 1.4x. Again, 35 birdhouses. Now that's y. So I got to plug it in for y because x is the time. So I plug that in, and then I got to solve for x. So I'm going to divide each side by 1.4. So x equals 25. So Jackson can build 35 birdhouses in 25 hours. How long will it take him to build 71 birdhouses? So I have 71 birdhouses. Again, that's my y. So I'm going to use my equation, and I'm going to take the birdhouses, the 71, and plug it in for y, and solve. So I'm going to divide each side by 1.4. So we have 50.7 equals x. So we have Jackson can build 71 birdhouses in 50.7 hours. Al's produce stand sells 7 ears of corn for $1.50. Barb's produce stand sells 13 ears of corn for $2.75. Write 2 equations, one for each produce stand, that models the relationship between the number of ears of corn sold and the cost. Then use the equation to help complete the table below. So to write an equation, I'm going to start with my first ratio. So here's my y, here's my x. So I'm going to cross multiply to get my equation. So I have 7y equals 1.50x. Divide each side by 7. So I have y equals 1.5 divided by 7 is 0.21x. So now I can use this to plug in for 14 and for 21, and then also to find for 50. So I'm going to do y equals 0.21 times 14. So 0.21 times 14 gives you 294. And then y equals 0.21 times 21 is $4.41. Now I need to go the other way, and I need to find how many ears of corn we can get for $50. So, do I have any more room? So now I'm going to have 50 equals 0.21x. Divide each side by the 0.21. You get 200, so this is going to be 238.1. So it's going to be 238 because I can't buy a tenth of an ear of corn. Now Barbara's, take her first ratio, which is 13 to 285. So the cost y and ears of corn x. I'm going to cross multiply. So I get 13y equals 2.85x. Divide each side by 13. So 2.85 divided by 13 is y equals 0.22 when I round it, x. So now I'm going to plug in for 14 and for 21. So y equals 0.22 times 14, and y equals 0.22 for 21. So 0.22 times 14 is $3.08, and 0.22 times 21 is $4.62. So now if I want to find out for how much it'll cost for 50 ears of corn, touching things here. So we have 50 equals 0.22x. Divide each side by 0.22. So 50 divided by 0.22. X equals 227.27, so it's 227 ears of corn.